Hi everyone. I just wait maybe for a minute or two just to wait. Maybe there are viewers popping in. Then we can start this live chat. And tonight, I have an honor to have Leanne Haran from Sydney, Australia, to come on live with me. And this session is just like to inspire viewers who are thinking to have online business or side hustle. This may be something that you can consider for yourself because our business model is a kind of like a franchise business model where we already provide everything. So, and we have all the training uh, for everyone. In another words, you don't have to have a experience in this doing this business. So yeah, now maybe we can start. Hello, there's a one viewers maybe. Um,
Hello.
hello, uh, yeah. So we have Lien He, and this is again. I just want to emphasize this is like a spontaneous things, And all the viewers, please, you can come on and participate with us and ask question or anything. So we just have fun things. So there's no seriousness in here, okay? And yeah, I just want to ask. I mean, Lian maybe can introduce yourself. So to give that a viewers a bit introduction. So you know, paint a picture for them
Yeah.
and give that familiarity.
Oh,
All
thanks,
right.
Nita. Well, yes, my name's Leanne. I'm from Sydney, Australia. My background is in music and pediatric nursing. I left pediatric nursing to be a full-time foster mum. That was about 7 years ago. I'm a mum of 4 children. One of my children has severe disabilities. And I'm a grandmother of two. And my husband works at the pediatric hospital here in Sydney as well. Um,
Uh,
I found this business 2 years ago, and I've been working steadily away at it now for the past 2 years. Um, yeah, what else would you like to know? I I've definitely learnt a lot in those 2 years, and every day we were talking a bit beforehand before we started about the value of learning something every day, and stretching ourselves and learning new skills. And I love the training for that because that it really does help you just to learn step by step, watching a video or connecting with people like yourself, leader, and just learning from each other. So,
yeah,
hello,
thank you.
Kim.
Okay.
Women Jill.
And yeah, the what made you like to uh, have this business to consider
Mm,
how did you get into this?
yeah, good question. Well, look, at the time when I found the business, I was quite busy with my foster daughter. Um, I'd probably, so that's about 5 years in from being a pediatric nurse, laying everything down to take on a child with disabilities. And 5 years later, I was starting to lose myself a little bit in that. And I wanted to work on a project or a business or something online. I
Mm,
knew I had to do something online because I just didn't have the time to do something, like a mainstream business or even be an employer or employee, I should say. I
mm,
just needed that flexibility where I could just drop everything if I needed to go and do therapy or go to doctor's appointments or things like that.
mm,
Um, so I knew that I needed something else in my life. I wanted to do a project or something that could bring a little bit of extra money in to the home
mhm.
as well. Just a little bit of spending money for myself. Or oh, Kim, thank you. She said I'm a super mom. That's lovely. I don't know about that, but I certainly I love the opportunity to be home with my family now. I've done that. I've had that period of my life where I was a full-time pediatric nurse while my children were young, and having to leave them was really difficult for me, to leave them to go and look after other families' children. But I loved it. It was a beautiful time in my life. But
Mm.
I'm enjoying this moment now where I get a chance to be at home. And I work on my business around my children, so that's great.
Oh, this is so great. Like, that's most of people they're looking forward to that have a time freedom,
Yeah.
and spend whenever you want with your family because family is the most important things in our lives.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, that's what we most of us working towards to get
Yeah.
that freedom. And I just like, I mean, because there are so many online digital business out there,
Mm.
but what made you at the end
Mm.
to decide it, this
For
one?
this particular one, I think I actually did a lot of research when I was looking. I don't know whether it's the Aussie in me. I was very skeptical of the different things that were on the online. So I just followed some people and just had a look at what they were saying on their pages to see if they were actually living out what they were talking about. Um, I did a lot of research, but I love the community aspect of it. Like, so when you become a member of this business, there's an incredible international business community that is there to support you, and you can ask questions no matter what time of the day. So I love the flexibility. I love the fact that it was international, that I was meeting people from overseas, um, because I I really love different cultures.
Mm.
In my past, I did a bit of work in the Solomon Islands with
Oh,
a small
nice.
not-for-profit that I actually founded, and did that for 3 years. So I've always had a love for different cultures, and
Mm.
this is a very international community with
Yeah,
a lot of respect for one another, and that for me that's really important. So it doesn't
yeah.
matter, what nationality you're from, or what education you bring with you, as long as you're over 18. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
oldest person that I've seen doing the business is in her 80s.
Mm.
So there was none of that restrictions on who
Mm.
can do the business, and I love that. I love that there are people there, and they're all got that pay it forward mindset.
Mm.
And to me, that was a big plus for me, because I knew that I had a lot to learn. Um,
Oh,
I was very shy when I
good.
first
Yeah,
started. Yeah. So,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
when you're talking about international, that's one of the things that made me to decide to stay in Australia because I came to Australia as a student to
Oh,
study English. My plan is to stay in here for 1 or 2 years, but
right.
because when I was in an English class, there's an international student, right? And I
Mm,
just love it because you love. I learned so many things for different culture and everything. And after
mm.
that, I decided, no, I'm gonna stay
That's
in
awesome.
here. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a very what you call it very mixed. It's a rich country because so many
Different nationalities.
people, yeah, from different background. Yeah,
Yeah.
even like when you're talking about food, it's so many choices in here. Then we
Yeah.
are blessed and grateful
Yeah.
to be in this country where it's like so many variety and uh, multinational countries. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah. Okay. So now back to business talk again.
Sure.
It's just a little bit sidetracked.
That's all right.
Actually, America asking like, where are you in Sydney, Lian,
Oh,
from?
that's a good question. I'm
Yeah,
actually
maybe
around
we
in
can
the
just go
hills.
through.
Sorry?
Yeah, maybe do you want to answer that for?
Yeah. So I'm actually in the hills. It's actually a beautiful spot. It doesn't feel like we're in the city here. We've got a lot of forest and like the bush. which is
Oh,
great
wow.
because I was actually, we moved to Sydney 20 years ago from a
Oh,
small
wow.
country town, Casino, northern New South Wales. So
Mm,
we've moved to the city for work. So the fact that we get to live in a suburb where there's a lot of bushland, I love it. So it doesn't feel like I'm in the city sometimes.
yeah. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. So, yeah, like through this session, I learned a lot about you. I mean, otherwise, I just learn you from your posting. See, this is the beauty of this business. We can, make friends from with all the people who are in the same business, and we share a lot of story, and we getting them better. So, and also we learned from each other, and we share our experience as well.
Yes.
So yeah, this
Yeah.
is the what we call the community. When you're surrounded with people who have the same minded, or maybe someone that you can go to when you're doing this business,
Yes.
when you have that obstacle or anything. So we help each other in here. Okay,
Mm.
now the next question. Okay, the next question, whatever. How did like because you said you have four children,
Yeah.
and one of them is 10 years old, and is forced have a disability
Yeah.
issue, and have two grandchildren. How
Yeah.
do you, and you have this business as well, so
Yeah.
how do you keep that time management to have time to do this business?
That's a really good question. And look, seriously, I wish I had the full answer for you for that. I think it's a continual shifting of my time around my family.
Mm,
So obviously, if you don't put time into your business is not going to work, right? But
yeah.
at the same time, finding balance for your children is very important as well. So what I do is when my children are busy doing something else, then I just claim any little moments of time. And the good
Mm,
thing about the business is the fact that you can actually start something in your business, a task in your business, and put it down if you need to address your family. So that's what I love about it. It's the best part for me. So
yeah.
when my children are asleep and I've got time, I can work my business. Or, while I'm waiting in the doctor's surgery or in the car waiting for school pickup, it's a bit of a juggling act. So I don't
Mm,
really have any, I guess, solid answer there. It's really just grabbing the time and guarding time. Sometimes I have to guard time. And what I mean by that is like once a week we have a regular mastermind where the international community come together and learn. We learn from each other and like a great big mastermind basically. And I've actually said to my family, this time is really, really important to me, and I really
mm,
need that time to work on the business. So I set
mm,
that time aside to do that. So it's
mm.
really a bit of a journey of give and take from
Yeah.
everybody, but we're all going to benefit from the business in the long run. So that's what we've done.
Yeah, totally agree with you. That's the reason why we have our own business, because when it's our own, we can do it. We can work around when the time,
Yeah,
and we just not like a strictly have to do it now. Like you go to work, you have to work from 8:30 to maybe 4:30, like that, and
yeah,
you just work. And in this one, we have so much flexibility. We
yeah,
can work when we have time to do it. When I said we have time, of course, not like only when we have time, but we have to commit to put a time to do this business, to grow this business, but in a
mm,
sense that we can it's flexible. You
yeah,
can do it, like Leanne mentioned, in the car when you are waiting, go to the doctor when you're waiting for, half an hour. You can do your business, and it's a portable as well,
Mm.
and as long as there's a Wi-Fi, we only can just, um, yeah,
Yeah,
always business here.
absolutely. And I think too, like when you're traveling as well, as long as you have a good service, you
Yeah.
can be doing some work on your business while you're traveling as well, which is great.
Yeah, when we're talking about this, like people who have a what mortal and what business,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
they have
motorhomes.
to be,
I love
they
it.
have to be there all the time, right? Like,
Mm.
they can't live there. If they
Oh, yeah.
live there, this means the business is closed.
Yeah.
Of course, like with this business is so, I mean, like it's digital online. So wherever you go travel, you bring it with you. Wherever you go, you
Yeah.
bring it with you as long as you
Business
have
in
the
your pocket, I
laptop.
say. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah,
So true. Yeah.
yeah. Now, okay, that's great, wonderful so far. And yeah, it's true, America. Yeah, that's why I love this digital business, because so flexible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And
yeah,
it's
we
true what
and
America has said, it's a lot
inspiring.
of fun. So it's actually
Sorry.
quite addictive. America said she takes her business everywhere and it's fun too. And
Yeah,
that's one thing that I have to be really careful that I don't spend too much time on my business. Um, like going back to balancing everything because I love it so much. I have so much fun with it. And you're connecting with
yeah,
people from all over the world and building up these friendships. I say
yeah.
it's like the biggest social club that I've ever had.
Correct, correct. Because
Yeah.
what, we do attraction marketing through social media. We use Facebook, we use Instagram, which everyone using it. Even people that they don't do this online business, but they still spend their time in social media, right? But
Yeah.
the difference is like we just use the social media purposely,
Mm,
intentionally. Other people
yeah.
they just like for entertain, which is that's slightly different in here. So yes, America, I really agree with you. It's a fun business. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And now I have to find a question again.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because like we just talk about, like we do attraction marketing. We use social media, and
Mm,
because social media, not only social media, digital business is like changing so fast,
mm,
and you know, um, then how do you keep up with that? Like,
mm.
they
Yeah,
always
that's a
have a
good
new
question.
apps, maybe a new way like to posting or something like
Mm,
that. And
yeah.
how do you keep up with that too?
We've got an amazing training system, leader. So our training system is not like one of those ones where you have to pay regularly. It's actually a complimentary system for a start. It all comes with our program, but they've actually got people that are always learning in the community, and our community is actually quite a large community. I think we've got something like 96 to 98,000 like members in our community, and we're always learning and updating our training. So there's always something new to learn, and we're keeping up to date with new policies that are coming through for the different platforms, um, latest trends. We're problem solving with each other, doing
Hmm.
like laser coaching for our pages, making sure that we comply with policies with our company. So there's always something to learn. And again, it's about really staying connected with your community and just and having that open mind to learning and to be aware of what we're doing. Really, um, there's a really great saying about why make mistakes of your own when you can learn from someone else's mistakes. Like you don't have to make those mistakes,
Yeah.
and it's just learning how to ask the right questions.
Mm.
which is something that I've learnt in the last 2 years, which is good.
Oh, great.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Um, it's true. I mean, you know, before I started this business, I only use Facebook, only posting my picture when I went for travel. That's the only thing. I
Oh,
didn't put
yeah,
anything. So I don't really know how to use
yeah,
Facebook properly, especially Instagram. I've never touched that. Only since this in this business, I start using it because in our training we have all those show you how to use all this social media step by
yeah,
step, and the training is updated all the time. If there's any new features or anything, there's a training to guide
yeah.
us.
So
So
true.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
not
So
just Facebook that we use. We also get taught how to, like you said, Instagram, there's Pinterest, YouTube, Google. There's so many different platforms that you can use, LinkedIn.
yeah,
And it really does depend on the person, and it's your own business. So you choose where you feel more comfortable. Um, you don't have to use Facebook. It's just Facebook is an amazing platform.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yes, it's true. I'm more comfortable using Facebook. That's my first social media to go, and second is
mm,
Instagram. I'm just like start learning things. Yeah,
yeah,
YouTube only for my advertising.
yeah.
That yeah,
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
it's good. I guess this is 20 minutes, and maybe we just have another 5 minutes
Yep, sure.
uh, before we end this meeting. Um, Maybe is there any something that are from our viewers, lovely viewers? Thank you for participating in, and you Tom as well. And oh yeah, now I read America comments like she said, for someone that was never on social media before, I am now using it to my advantage.
I
I
love that actually.
totally agree. I totally agree because social media, Facebook is this where you what promote your personal brand,
Mm,
right? And once you have more people get to know you, you know, it's open up so many opportunity in the
mm,
future because people
yeah,
already know you, and then they trust you, and you have that, you build that credibility. People
mm,
are more willing to do business with people they know better, and
yeah,
to
absolutely.
get the one that align with them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally agree with that.
Mm.
I mean, um, because
I used
now
to
everything.
spend, to think the time that I used to spend just in the waiting times on my phone playing solitaire, or, those imaginary worlds where you create, do your garden and all that sort of stuff. And the amount of time that I wasted on social media in my waiting time, I use that time now for a business that's going to benefit my family. So I think it's redirecting my time to be more wise, that I'm building a better future for my family with
Yes,
the time now instead of playing solitaire. I must admit, I still do the occasional solitaire to just to unwind, but
uh,
now I use my time a lot better.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, apart from this, I mean, this is just not a business question. What are your hobbies like apart
Oh yeah,
know, for and leisure thing or?
yeah. I actually enjoy art. I paint.
Oh,
I
painting.
haven't actually
Oh
with
yeah, I
lockdown and
saw that. I
everything.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I enjoy doing my acrylics and music as well. I used to be a musician in my younger days, singing and that sort of thing in a band, believe it or not. Bit of a rocker
Mm,
in the old days. Um, I haven't really had a chance to do much of that lately. So, but I enjoy travel with my husband. We travel around. Scott is a photographer as well. and he takes some beautiful photos. So just to be able to go and spend time traveling with him and taking photos, and then
Um,
my real love is to take one of his photos and try to recreate it with painting, with my
ah,
acrylics.
and
So that
also you can use for posting for this business.
yeah, that's right. You can. Yep.
Yeah.
Leverage everything. Leverage
Yeah,
everything. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
And then having said that, like you said, you love travel. I love travel too. When we go to travel, we are enjoying our time at the same time. Like we can use that to for our business purpose as well.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
yeah.
It becomes a tax deduction. Crazy.
Oh yeah, that's another good point. That's the most important thing. When you read Robert Kiyosaki book, to minimize the tax, you
Yep.
need to have your own business.
Yeah.
Otherwise, for average person, employee, they just work and pay the most tax. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, compared to all that's business owner, the millionaire, billionaire, they pay almost nil tax.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's really good. All right. And so yeah, maybe I will end this go live.
Yeah.
And yeah, for all the viewers or anyone, if you have any question or maybe ever thinking to have your own online business, but you're just not sure, you're just doing your research at the moment, but please feel free to ask any question because it costs you nothing, and
Mm.
just try to learn and see which business model that suits you best. So this is one of the reasons why we have this live chat, just to give people a bit idea, how we
Mm.
do this business and everything. So yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Liane, to
Thanks for having
come
me.
on board. And yeah, I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
thank you very much for all the viewers. Good night and be blessed.
Thanks so much.
Bye. Bye
Bye.
bye.